I'm going back to basics with my productivity. I want to take a minute to tell you about it because it will really help your life too, whether you're completely new to productivity and have just been doing things however, or you're a master ninja power user of all sorts. And that's because it all goes back to this fine balance between spending time just doing things and spending time on the tools and systems that help you do things better. You want to have a balance that is roughly in the middle, because if you're just doing, you might not be doing things in the best way. If you're just spending time on your tools and systems, well, then what are they even for? You're not doing the things that they should help you with. And if you're experienced with this journey of, yeah, reaching higher levels and doing things in better ways, you'll know that it keeps coming back in one direction or the other. And it's happened to me again by using this auto scheduling tool that I actually really like and I still really recommend, but I was using it in the wrong way. And so what I need is a hard reset because as you can see here, I had reached a level of complexity that wasn't good for me anymore. I was doing too many nesting one thing in another. These are my tasks, by the way. And I was mixing different categories that didn't really mix well together. So the great thing about SkedPal is you can just write everything in here as if it's your to-do list, but then also give it as much information or as little as you want as to how it should schedule it, how long it's going to take, when's the deadline, which time periods or blocks or types should it go into, etc. So as I said, it works from basic all the way to super pro. And then once it's all entered in here, all you have to do is just press update schedule and voila, it's magically in your native calendar, Google, Outlook, or Apple. And so that was a game changer for me for a long time where I was so overwhelmed. I just didn't want to worry about scheduling and keep adjusting things in my calendar. So I left it all up to SkedPal. That, of course, led to then me not really knowing what's going on in my calendar. And so I'm not showing my SkedPal tasks in here because there's mixed information in there. But they were just all over the place and they were filling in all of this blank space in a way that I didn't even know anymore if that was one of my intentionally planned things or it was automatic. It just looked busy and I didn't want to schedule anything in there. And it was just, all over the place. I also, as you can see, completely lost my sense of routine and stability until now that I took the time to figure out how exactly does my next week look like if I take control. And now you can see this beautiful scheme is obviously not going to stay like this because real life happens. But just having thought about it, I realized like, okay, these things these two, for example, that are very important to me in my blue category of wisdom or learning, I'm actually not going to be able to fit that much time in because even though they're very important to me personally, emotionally, they're not a priority in my real and working life. And so I'm going to take the atomic habits approach for them, just do half an hour every single day and try to strengthen that habit, at least with writing. That's absolutely daily because that's the first phase of building a habit. You have to just get it in there through repetition. However, I can actually afford to spend a lot more time around this time of day on these things that are very important also to my businesses. So I have a bunch of content I haven't edited that needs at least 1 hour. And this course, when I've created it, is going to be a game changer for me and for a lot of different things. So I'm giving it even 90 minutes as the starting point to adjust from. Yeah, I need some time every day to get through random to-dos. And I want to start to look more after my diet and my sleep. And so just having this foundation is going to allow me to schedule things in a much, much better way. I'm just going to be throwing all of my tasks in here for now, manually writing them into the description, which is a little bit more work, but also retrains my brain to think about what do I really want to do, what has priority, and if something can be done so quickly that it's not worth writing it in there, then I should just do it immediately, right? Those sort of things get lost when you delegate too much to a system that is very powerful. So again, I don't want to talk badly about SkedPal. I'm just talking about my personal experience. Definitely try it out for yourself. It will show you a lot about, your life, your system, your brain. But this hard reset is something that's really been energizing for me and very inspiring, and I wanted to share that with you. It's going to be a lot of adjusting, and as I said, this next week will also look messy at the end, but that's how you learn how to human, and that's what it's all about in the end. Happy being effective, and I'll see you in the next one.